but I do keep them completely separate because in the end, I believe that you have to, because as in the direct selling company, they take me very seriously as their leader, and that's great as well. But, you know, in Creatrix and in being a facilitator, that's a completely different ball game, and they need to really, you need to have respect in both fields, but as a facilitator, I need a lot more respect, and I won't work with people that I haven't got respect from and that aren't going to fully, you know, be accountable and fully want to help themselves. So they're completely different. So I run everything differently. You know, if people, I don't approach them and try and, you know, in the end, people approach me about it. I don't want to work for women for free either. I want women that are willing to pay and invest in themselves, because I've made huge investments in time, in money, and all of these things to learn what I've learned. So, and I know truly to myself that if I hadn't make them investments, like if I hadn't made them investments, I wouldn't have achieved and learnt what I've learnt with Creatrix. So I believe
you wouldn't really value it, would you?
You know, originally I wouldn't have had the best breakthrough that I've had if I hadn't invested.
No, because if people join to just go and sell something, you know, a direct selling product, let's say a skincare item or whatever, they're selling, they paid like whatever, $100 or something around that to buy this thing. And then if you're coming in offering them personal development, they're looking around. Sometimes they didn't sign up for that. They're not willing to do what it takes to actually change an entire headset of stuff. So that's okay. They can go on and do that. So not everybody is ready for the kind of shift that we can make happen with Creatrix, are they, as well? How do you know if they're serious if you don't put some sort of value on it?
That's right. And, you know, I suppose all my people know what I do and they drip feed it, and I talk about self-development a lot in my training, but they need to realise that I teach them what I can teach them, but if they want that next level of success and they want to break through their own belief barriers for them to achieve whatever they want in life, they need to make that investment, and they would come to me separately, and we would have a separate, nothing to do with direct selling company, you know, meeting about it, and that's where I'd go from. I have a different website, different page for that, all of that. I keep everything completely separate, you know, and they would.
Sometimes there's an entitlement mentality in that industry as well, isn't there? Because they think, well, you make money off me, so you should give me that because you're going to make money off me if I'm successful.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Really, the blocks we're blocking are nothing around the business usually, are they? Fear of rejection can come from a childhood issue where they were rejected by their father or something. It's got nothing to do with the business usually.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, and I think that's just about earning people's respect and them taking you seriously, because if they expect that for nothing, if they expect you to help them for nothing, then they don't really respect you.
No,
as a person.
absolutely. I think
what you do. And, you know, another thing for me, when you just said that, Maz, fear of, you know, rejection or whatever it is, I remember in 2015, another huge thing was for me to be number one in the company for recruiting, like we just talked about earlier. So in 2012, I was number 4 in the company for recruiting. 2013, I was number 3. 2014, I was number 2 because I had this feeling, and that was the year I got married. So, you know, the company, I knew I was tracking at number 1, but I was so petrified of being crowned number 1 because I'd have to stand up in front of everyone and speak in front of them, and I didn't feel worthy of that. So my biggest fear was fear of success. And then I had a breakthrough and we took away fear of success, and then I took it out, number 1. Like that just goes to show, like,
no glass ceiling, that's Tara proof.
Yeah. So it was like, give me that microphone. I've got something to say. They had to ask for it, I think. It's so funny that not even 6 months before, I would nearly hyperventilate with the thought of having to speak in front of people.
Where would you be if you never had Creatrix?
Oh, I definitely wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't have achieved what we've achieved and have a beautiful home and not even that, just be attracting the people into my life as well, you know, have a really good circle of influence and have the best relationship with my husband because we both want so much in life, and, you know, I wouldn't be seeing the world the way I see it, with all the possibilities in front of me and all the doors that I know are going to open for us.
Yeah, exactly. And let's face it, like money, money's not everything, but it does help you have freedom and choices, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Definitely.
So what have you been able to do money-wise compared to where you were if you never had Creatrix? Financially, what do you think you would be without now?
Oh, well, if I hadn't had it, we'd just be living the same old life like everyone else and getting your $700 a week and going to work for 40 hours a week for someone else. That's you know what I mean? We'd just be living the basic life, and we wouldn't have a beautiful home and a pool and a spa and horse trucks and boats and all the things you want. We wouldn't have that. So, and it's a lovely thing to be able to say that we have no worry about money. Like me and my husband truly believe that it just flows. We spend it and it comes back in, and we know that we can just go and make as much as we want of it. And, we just know that we can because we're good at what we do.
And that's a mindset, isn't it?
Yeah. But we truly believe that we're good at what we do, and we know we can make whatever it is that's thrown at us. As long as we're passionate about it, we know we can make it work.
Exactly. And your husband has watched what Creatrix has done for you and put his hand up and now going through Innovatrix. So it'll be beautiful to see his journey too, won't it?
Yeah, and I've already seen the huge change in him already, which is, we were both already obviously very young and very successful, but this has just opened so many more doors for us, which is exciting. Like, that's so exciting for us to be able to, not even started a family yet, and have achieved what we've achieved, and then now have this clear filter of nothing. We have no limiting beliefs and nothing holding us back to achieve whatever we want to, in life, because we've got so much time as well, ahead of us. We've got all this time to be able to do all these things. We're not 40 or 50 or 60, not that that's old, but you know what I mean? We are so young and we've got all this time to be able to just go out and kick huge goals together.
And Tara, I'm so proud of you because I watched you. I was there. I saw you. I saw you standing there so scared to let go of that job. You were hanging on to that security, and so many people quit there. They give up. And I watched that.
Yeah, you've seen me. You've seen the journey.
I've seen it with my own eyes. I have watched your journey, and it's been a beautiful journey. And you've had Creatrix as your assistant along the way to keep smashing you out of your mind block, so that nothing slowed you down, and to just hear you talking so freely that most people see that, and they only ever dream of that kind of a mindset that you just spoke then. I know that will be very inspirational to many young women and men and couples and, people that are young, that are scared. I think that you are a total inspiration to young people that really have aspirations but just have little limiting beliefs and stuff like that blocking them, because you haven't come from any kind of a tragic background, but everybody has limiting beliefs, don't they? They'll just cap them and,
Yeah. And
so
what you've achieved and what you've done, you'll always have something, it doesn't matter. Like you said, I haven't come from any tragic things happening in my life, and neither is my husband, but there's always things you can be working on to make your life better.
And why not? I know that so many people will look at this and go, I want what she's got. And we can tell them it's this, isn't it? You've got to get this, and your heart and your gut all aligned, so you just can be you and open up and move forward and trust yourself and trust that everything's coming and trust you're going to be okay, because everything out there, it's just fear. People are living in there's this chronic anxiety about not having enough in the future. And you're a beautiful role model to a lot of women and just people out there that have aspirations but just can't see themselves getting there. And
all I can say with them women that have these aspirations is you have to make that investment. I remember sitting there and thinking, oh my God, this is a lot of money. What if it doesn't work? Or all these things. Like, I remember that. And if I hadn't made that investment and forked out that money, there's no way I'd be making the money I am now. Like, you know, you can't replay. If you don't do that, you're not going to get anywhere. You need to continue to invest in yourself and self-development to keep growing.
That's right. And it's not about the money of the investment, isn't it? It's about you knowing that I'm paying because I value this, and I'm going to milk that sucker dry, and I'm going to get out of this what I can, and I'm going to take the actions, and I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to pay because I want to pay, because I want to feel invested.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.